here we go. Should I wear the hat? Let's see what the hat looks like. Am I a hat guy? You think I'm a hat guy? Yeah, forward. We can go backward, right? We can fix that a little bit. Like that. No? Or no hat. We'll stick with no hat. Alright. So this is kind of exciting for me. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I've never been able to do it because of stipulations I've had for myself, and I've finally broken through those. I finally have achieved something in my life where I feel like, let me back up a little bit, actually. This video is going to be all over the place. It's the first video I'm putting on the channel. For those of you that don't know me, which is probably all of you, my name is Angelo. I am 22 years old. I live in Florida. Little background story on me. I used to be a drug addict. Used to be. I will never call myself an addict. I will never say, hi, my name's Angelo, I'm an addict. Not anymore. Because I'm not. I will do a video explaining my story. I will do an in-depth detail explaining my story one day. Probably not anytime soon. But the whole reason for this channel is very simple. It's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, but like I said in the beginning, I've had stipulations that have kind of kept me from doing it. But now that I'm sober for the first time in 5 years. I was a heroin addict for 5 years, from the age of 16, 17 to the age of about 19. I was snorting and shooting heroin almost every single day. Every other day, pretty much, for about 3 years. Could not get sober. Overdosed 3 times. Obviously brought back to life each and every time. I managed to commit a bunch of crimes, hurt a bunch of people that loved me, ruin a bunch of relationships. I ruined my life more than once. And never thought I would be here at 22 making a video saying I'm sober. I have a lot of videos from the past, I guess, that I'll probably show later on. And pretty much what I'm trying to do is I want to kind of breach a new thing here. I watch a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of streamers. I enjoy watching people play video games. I enjoy watching people live stream their daily vlogging. I enjoy it all. I think it's all a type of an artwork. I think it's all interesting, you know. And I think that I can help people out there. Not everybody. There's going to be people that make fun of me, you know, saying that I'm a fucking idiot and, you know, everything else. There's going to be people out there that are saying it's stupid, it's pointless. And I don't, you know, if I live my life caring what other people thought about me, I'd never get anywhere. So, kind of just, you know, we'll let the internet warriors take a back seat. But I'll stop mumbling. What I'm trying to get through here is that my name's Angelo. I'm a recovered drug addict, and I want to help people. I understand there's a lot of people out there that don't watch cable TV, may not be able to afford Netflix, but everybody in the world has internet. It's something that almost everybody has. Everybody has a cell phone. Everyone has a smartphone, pretty much. You know what I mean? And what do drug addicts do? You know what I mean? When the average drug addict, for me, now this is my personal experiences, I used to never be able to sleep. Sleeping is a massive problem for me when I was doing drugs. I said I was a drug addict for 5 years of my life, from the age of 16 till the age of 21. I did not get sober until recently, within, you know, the last few months. I have not shot heroin in the last about almost 3 years. I have not touched heroin, but I have been on Suboxone for about 2 years, and then they put me on a thing called Subzol, or Subzolve, I believe it's called, which is it's like Suboxone, but it's when your insurance isn't as good. My insurance had changed, so I'd switched over to a different brand. And it took me 3 years to get off the medication. I was afraid to do it. I didn't think I could do it. I went through insane withdrawals from the Subzolve. It took me about 3 weeks for my body to go back to normal. But I did it. I finally did it. After 5 years of having, whether you wanna, I don't call taking Suboxone being sober. I don't. If you're taking medication, I don't call it being sober, and that's why I don't. If you want to be, if you want to be exact, yes, I've been sober off heroin for 3 years. You know what I mean? But I've had to take medication for another 3 years, so that I made sure that I wasn't, my anxiety, made sure my cravings would never come back. But I became dependent on it, and I was afraid I'd never get off of it, and I don't know why. I have the prescription still. I could have taken the Suboxone. I still have about 100 strips of it, that I'm just going to throw out probably. Because one day I just decided I didn't want to take it. And I went through withdrawals, insane withdrawals for about 2 weeks, to where I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. I had to go to the hospital, stay in the hospital for 6 days. I ended up destroying my intestines, my stomach lining. It's very dangerous. But this is a whole opening video here. I'm gonna make videos every day. It would be cool to see the channel grow. But honestly, if I got one subscriber who's like a cool dude or a cool girl or someone that has a problem and they think, that they can talk to me. And like I said, I used to have such hard problems sleeping, and I understand it. And what I used to do is I used to sit up in the middle of the night and just watch YouTube videos or go on Twitch and watch people streaming because they were up. You know what I mean? It's something to look at. You know what I mean? Your people are sleeping in your house. You got to put your head. You know what I mean? It's easy to just sit there when you're going through withdrawals and just put your phone in your face. You know what I mean? And there's no one there to literally talk to, though. I feel like there's not a drug addict on Twitch. I feel like, there's probably people on Twitch that have alcohol problems and drug problems, but no one will admit it. You know what I mean? No one will say it, and no one is ever going to sit there and talk to you about their personal problems and try and help you with yours. I've never seen anything like anyone try and do that. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I know that there's people on YouTube who got 20,000, 50,000, maybe 100,000 subscribers, maybe 1 million subscribers. There's a guy out there that's trying to do what I do. I haven't met his channel yet. You know what I mean? I haven't seen it. But that's what I'm trying to go for here. So, welcome to the channel. I don't discriminate. I'm not a racist person. I have a fucked up sense of humor, and I curse a lot, which I've been trying to control now for a while, but I'm from New York, and it's hard to. I'm Greek and Italian, so my family members curse a lot. It's hard. But a couple things you should know about me. Like I said, I'm 22, originally from upstate New York. I live down in Florida now. I'm an average person. I don't have an awesome job. I graduated high school a year late online, so I barely graduated high school, but I didn't get my GED. I did graduate. I was that kid in high school that everybody knew me, and I made sure everybody knew me. I was a very big-headed kid. I was that kid in high school that was, I played sports, but I wasn't like a jock. I was into like metal music, but I wasn't like a metal kid, you know what I mean? I was into like hunting and like motorcycles and cars, but I wasn't like a redneck, you know what I mean? I was just that kid that kind of fit into everything, and because of that, I met a lot of different people and got involved in a lot of different things and got in a lot of trouble. Didn't do my schoolwork. I didn't, got in a lot of trouble as a kid. And then when I got older and trouble started getting more serious, and I got addicted to drugs. And it ruined my life. And I never thought I'd get sober. But I did. And God gave me the gift of gab. I have been told by many people that I don't shut the fuck up. And I sit here by myself sometimes, and I talk to myself a lot. I don't know if you want to call me a schizo or whatever, but I talk to myself a lot. And it would be cool if I could talk to someone Like right now, I'm talking to myself. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking myself in the eyes right now, talking to myself. But what's cool about this is like this video might get 1 view, it might get 5 views. You know what I mean? I don't know what's gonna happen, but like I said in the beginning, if I can just get one subscriber, one person to watch me live stream at 1 o'clock in the morning, if I could find that one guy, that was me, man, that like really wanted to get sober but just needed someone to talk to. I had no friends, I had no family, I had nothing. You know, it was hard to get sober, but through pure willpower, I did it. Through all the physical and mental thing, I got through it. And I feel like I can help people. I'm young, I'm 22. If you want to consider that young, I'll be 23 a few more months. But I've been through more in my life than I think any person in their 60s has, you know. I've been through a lot. And like I said, I'll bring all that stuff up in future videos if you guys are interested. Like I said, if I'm ever live streaming and you're catching a live stream, feel free to ask me any questions you want. I'm not a liar anymore. I used to be. I'm not a thief anymore. I used to be. I'm a good person now, and we all are. I don't discriminate, like I said. I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you got no fucking teeth. I don't care if you're Indian, Asian. I don't care if you're religious. Me personally, not religious at all. So you're not going to find that from me, which a lot of people don't like. But there are also people that do like that. I know a lot of people do not believe in religion when you become a drug addict, because it's hard to believe that your life could be that shitty and there's actually someone out there that, you know, can help you. And I've tried, you know what I mean? I tried to find help in other ways that I didn't believe in previously, and it didn't do anything. The only thing that helped me was me and my pure willpower to get better. And that's why I'm here to help people, because I understand what it takes to do it. So yeah, it's a longer video. I'm kind of just mumbling, but feel free to leave comments. You could like the video, dislike the video. I'm probably gonna try streaming on YouTube at first. I think YouTube's a little, I don't want to say less cancerous than Twitch, but I feel like if I definitely were to start off trying this on Twitch, I'm gonna get a lot of guys trolling me, a lot of people, like kids and stuff, and people that aren't as serious as it, you know, which I understand. It comes with the territory. There's going to be people that, you know, think it's a joke. And how many people out there wish they could go to therapy? You know what I mean? And you can't because you don't have insurance. You know what I mean? It's just it's as simple as that. You don't have insurance, so you can't do a simple thing as just talk to someone. And that's really all therapy is you're talking to someone who supposedly should know what to tell you to make you feel better or be able to give you a prescription for something. But if you're like me and you don't ever want to take a prescription drug again, because trust me, I could get a prescription for Adderall right now. I can get a Xanax prescription right now if I wanted to, but I told the doctors, I said I never want to go on a prescription drug again. I'll never take a benzo, I'll never take an opiate, I'll never fucking smoke a cigarette, I'll never do any of that ever again. You know what I mean? I want to be that guy that goes to jail and has a fucking fine time. I don't want to go to jail and be withdrawn from fucking Suboxone and cigarettes and shit myself. You know what I mean? I was always afraid of that. It's funny. I was always afraid. That's like the only thing I was really afraid of, though. You know, it's like, man, I'm going to go to jail one of these days and be withdrawn in jail. That was like my worst fear. A little bit about me. It's a longer video. I'll cut it off at 15. 22. My name's Angelo. I'm Greek and Italian. I have a bunch of tattoos. I'm a massive superhero fan. This is my DC arm. Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman. This is my Marvel arm. I have Hulk, Wolverine, Spider-Man, and Thor. I got a bunch of other tattoos on my ribs and my chest and my shoulder and my legs, but I'm into tattoos. I live in a house. I have 2 beautiful dogs that I love more than anything. A pit bull named Zeus, who's 2, and we got I think she's a brown lab. Her name's Sadie. She's a little baby. She's not even 1 yet. We saved both of them, rescued both of them from the pound, gave them second chances, you know. They're both terrible dogs, terribly mannered dogs, but they're imperfect, you know what I mean? They're flawed, and that's why they're mine. I wouldn't get rid of my dog for the world, you know, because it reminds me of myself, you know. They purely got brought to the pound because of their attitudes. You know what I mean? It's the only reason they were brought back. Zeus was brought back because he was just too hyper. He's the type of dog to eat the couch. Or every single toy we buy him, he manages to rip it to shreds, and all the stuffing inside he throws all over the house. So it's crazy. But at the end of the day, he loves us. You know what I mean? And he's our dog. And same thing with Sadie. She's a little bit harder to control than Zeus because she's a little younger, but she's a good dog. Currently not working. I had a couple jobs. It was hard to keep them, and I got sober and everything, and I wanted to give myself some time to actually stay sober, and I've been applying at places, but I'm kind of gonna try and do this YouTube thing. I find channels all the time on YouTube, and I think they're awesome, and all it is like, you don't need crazy camera quality, you know what I mean? I'm recording this on my phone, and that's all my camera quality will ever be. If you're coming here looking for crazy edits, it's not gonna happen. I'm not the type of guy that is gonna put crazy production quality into something, because I'm not expecting anything out of this. I do not want to gain anything from this channel besides helping people. That's all I want. It's kind of fucked up to say. Like, I know I'm sitting here saying I want to help people, but it's also therapy for me, you know? It's if someone can tell me that I've helped them, you know what I mean? If a month from now I come out with 30 videos and some kid leaves a comment and I can genuinely believe when he says, like, you helped me get sober, Angel, that's all I need. You know what I mean? I'm not the type of guy that's going to be live streaming, taking donations from people and stuff. It's not how it is. That's not what this is about. I'm trying to find a hobby is what it is more than anything. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. And if this takes off, you know what I mean, I could get 100 subscribers, 100 people, you know what I mean, or a few viewers a night to just hang out with. You guys want to talk, you know, I'll stay on for an hour. If you want to talk for an hour, ask me questions, I'll stay on for 3 hours, you know, whatever you guys want to talk about. Ask me any questions you want. I won't lie. I obviously won't give out super personal information like addresses or people's exact names, but there will be stories, a lot of stories. People aren't going to believe them. I have stories of things I've done in my life from the age of 13 to 22 that some people would think are insane. I have done things and gotten away with things that I'm not proud of. I wish I would have got caught. You know what I mean? I wish someone would have stopped me a long time ago. I wish it wouldn't have took me 5 years. I wish I could have just got in trouble within the first 6 months, did like a year in jail and got out, honestly. But I was lucky and managed to go 5 years as a drug addict, robbing, stealing, lying to everybody without getting convicted of a crime. If you want to call it smart, you want to call it clever, you want to call me fucking sneaky, it's something I'm proud of in a weird way. I think I'm good at breaking the law. And that's something that now that I am actually 100% sober, I have to get out of my head. I was the best liar in the room. The saying, you can't bullshit a bullshitter. I was the best bullshitter. You couldn't steal anything from me because I knew of every possible way something could get stolen. I used to look at things and objects not by what they were, but what they were worth. You know what I mean? I would look at someone would have a watch on, and I'd be like, "That's a $3,000 Rolex." You know what I mean? That's a $150 pocketbook. You know what I mean? It's crazy how much I've changed, and that is why I've created this channel, because I have realized that in 5 years I have gone from some hoodlum, some brat kid that had no worth, to someone who's a civilized human being who pays his taxes and doesn't break the law. I do kind acts of kindness all the time. You know what I mean? I try and do a good deed a day, whether that's picking something up for my girlfriend or buying, doing something for around the house, or I saw something in the middle of the street the other day. It was a garbage can. And what did I do? Instead of just driving around it like everybody else, I stopped my car, got out of my car, grabbed it, and put it on the side of the road. You know what I mean? Just simple things to try and not only reassure that you're doing good things, but it's a mental thing. And that's what this whole thing is. Getting off of heroin, getting off of Suboxone, getting off of Xanax, getting off of Subzol. As long as you're not really like an alcoholic. Alcohol is a completely different subject, I feel. It's a completely different addiction. It's a physical addiction like none other. You can die from alcohol withdrawal. You cannot die from opiate withdrawal. I believe you can die from benzo withdrawal. I'm not sure 100% on that. But alcohol withdrawal you can die from. And it's scary, physically. When you withdraw from heroin, though, when you withdraw from opiates, you know it's going to suck real bad for about 3-4 days. But after the 4th day, if you can get past that 4th day, which no one really fucking can, but if you can, you know after that, it's really not going to get worse. It's not. You're going to get different symptoms. You know, the first couple days you might not be able to eat anything. You might be nauseous. You might not be able to sleep. And then the next 3 days, your legs are hurting you and you still can't sleep, but you're not throwing up anymore. And then the day after that, you're throwing up and now your legs hurt, but you can finally sleep for a few hours. And then, you know, you're sitting in the shower for 5 hours a day. You know, you're sweating but freezing at the same time. You're crying. You got no money. You're broke. You got no friends, no family, no girlfriend. I know it. I've lost so much. I was that kid too that was in the gym all the time. I'm a kind of a short person. I'm Greek and Italian. I'm a stocky dude. I'm about 5'9", about 165, 170 pounds. So I'm average size now. When I was about 16, 17, 18 years old, I was pretty much the most muscular kid in my school at the time. When I got into high school, everybody knew me. I was that kid that was working out every single day. I was very self-conscious about my physical image. I thought that if I didn't have a six-pack, if I didn't... Also, you know, I was also into tattoos. I got my first tattoo at 15. So, you know, I was that kid that thought I was the shit, you know. At 18 years old, I was, well, probably younger than 18. I think I might have been 16, 17. I was benching over 200 pounds. At 165 pounds, you know, I was able to bench twice my body weight, which is pretty cool to be able to say, you know what I mean? You could bench 250, weighing 160, you know, it's pretty cool. But, I lost it all. I lost everything because of drugs. It took me years. I started working out when I was probably 11, 12 in my house. You know, it took me years to get the shape I wanted to get, and I was in amazing shape. I was that crazy kid. You know, I never took steroids. I would take pro hormones, which I guess is not a steroid, but it was legal. We were taking legal stuff, but at the time it was like, you know, kind of sketchy stuff. But there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about. And this stuff, like I said, I'm here to help other people. But at the same time, this is therapy for me. This is kind of like my autobiography of my life being restarted. I kind of want to forget about the last 22 years of my life because it's pointless. The things I had done the last 5 years have contributed to nothing in my life. The last 5 years of my life, I have done nothing but go downhill. I am in the same spot at 22 that I was at when I was 16. At 16 years old, I had $2,000 cash. You know what I mean? I was a hardworking kid, except I was in amazing physical shape. I was getting decent grades in school. You know what I mean? I had a car. I had, you know, everything a kid could want at 16. Maybe not the perfect home life. You know what I mean? My personal home life was terrible growing up. But I had amazing friends. I had amazing support in school. And when I wasn't home, it was amazing. You know. But I lost all that too. So when I got really addicted to drugs, it destroyed me. Because I realized one day, like the third time I'd gone to rehab, and the third time I went to rehab, I stayed there for like 60 days. First time I went there, I stayed for like 3. funny story to that too. I'll be telling that story. I'll probably tell that story tomorrow actually, because that kind of, the first time I went to rehab is it's a fucking stupid story. Looking back at it, I think it's funny, but it's honestly stupid. Second time I went to rehab, I was only there for a couple weeks. My insurance didn't cover me to stay there longer. And the third time I stayed there for like 2 months, and I got sober. And that was the last time I did heroin. And yeah. But like I said, these videos are gonna be for me to look back on. A lot of people are probably gonna say you shouldn't upload this stuff to YouTube. It's public knowledge. Yeah, a coworker could look this video up 5 years from now and it could prevent me from getting a job, maybe. I don't really think so. I don't really care, maybe. You know what I mean? It's my life. You know what I mean? If I want to talk about it to relax myself, to make myself feel better, I will. I don't have any friends. I don't have a single friend, actually. My best friend is my girlfriend. And she is what helped me get through this. And I know a lot of people aren't going to like to hear that because I said I'm not a religious person. I said all this stuff. And a lot of people don't like when you tell them a specific thing that helped them get better. As much as people want just the answer, a lot of people don't like hearing, oh, God help me. Oh, I have kids that, my kids got me sober. Oh, I was going to lose everything. I was going to lose this. People don't like hearing specific things because it doesn't apply to everybody. Not everybody's religious. Not everybody has 3 kids. Not everybody has a mortgage. You know what I mean? Not everybody is like me and has an amazing, beautiful, smart, funny girlfriend that stuck by me through everything, through me not having money, through me not having a car, through me not being able to pay rent, you know what I mean? Through me not being able to eat food because I'm throwing up for 2 weeks straight because of an opiate withdrawal from medication I've been taking for 3 years. You know what I mean? She helped me get better. But, very important, I said help. She is not the reason I got sober. I got sober for myself. But it helped having someone there. It's hard to do on your own. But that is why I'm here. Let me help you. Let me help you. Let me talk to me. I don't have really an Instagram. I don't really have a Twitter. I kind of stay off social media. But I might make an Instagram for the channel. Because I feel like in the beginning stages of the channel, when there's not that many subscribers, there's more genuine people and people that are going to want to contact me, I feel like. And it's kind of hard to do that on YouTube, but if you have an Instagram, people always will message you on Instagram or Facebook. So if there's people that subscribe and are interested, I will definitely, like I said, make the Instagram so people can contact me whenever they want. And, I will obviously answer. I'm not a big-headed guy. I don't think I'm better than anybody else because I know I'm not. I don't value one life over another. I used to think my life was superior, and whenever I would get in a fist fight with someone or whenever I would talk to someone, I would always think, I'm better than you and I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do, or I'm gonna say whatever I gotta say to be on top. You know what I mean? But nowadays I look at things completely different, like an adult. I don't let things bother me as much. I'm not as materialistic as I used to at all. I don't really care about money at all. I don't spend my money at all. I would like just saving it, because I know what it's like to work hard for your money and to just let it go so easy. I used to spend my paychecks as soon as I would get them. I would spend them before I would get them. I would, go get a check cashed and be spending my checks before I even would get them actually cashed. I used to hate it. I spent thousands of dollars, thousands upon hundreds of thousands of dollars on drugs. Hundreds of thousands of dollars, and that's not a lie. And money wasn't all mine. Trust me. My own money, I probably spent between $60,000 and $80,000 on drugs within 3 years of doing heroin. Others people money probably another 30 grand worth. You know what I mean? Stupid shit. Imagine if I had that money now. Imagine if I had $80,000 today. You crazy? It'd be life changing. But when I was 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, I didn't care. I didn't think I was gonna make it. You know what I mean? I didn't think I was gonna get sober ever, and I did. And I think I found out a way to do it, and it's by talking. It's by someone making you realize there's something out there. And I hope I can help some people. So I'm out of here.